Hi everyone, if you are serious about your video tripods, then you are probably using a ball head video tripod like my Vincent right here. And you will be well aware of the benefits, including their super solid construction and quick leveling. But these tripods also have their own limitations. For example, while they're great for high and mid-level shots, most of them do not spread low enough for proper low-level shots. So what we often end up doing is grabbing the camera and sticking it on the floor, hoping for the best. Obviously, it's not a proper way to get your low-level shots. So personally, I've been looking for a solution that would give me the solid construction of my Vincent and the flexibility of a ball head, but also the ability to go as low as many photo tripods do. But I also didn't want to spend too much money on something that I would only use occasionally, so I've chosen the cheapest hi-hat low-level tripod that I could find, and it's right here in my bag that it came in. It's quite cold and miserable outside, so let's get inside and I will show it to you in more detail. So let's get right into it. Inside the bag I have the Proaim Prime hi-hat, or a mini tripod if you will. Here it is in its initial extended position. I will be the first one to admit that not every Proaim product is amazing, but this device is a very simplistic, rugged thing. It's made fully out of metal, with only the knob being made out of plastic, which is the case for most tripods, and then the twist locks and feet are made out of rubber. It actually has some weight to it as well, which adds to the feel of the stability. In fact, I think its maximum load is about 75 kilograms, so it will handle pretty much anything you might be able to put on a tripod. I've been using this hi-hat for a few months now, so I got to know it pretty well, but for those of you unfamiliar with it, let's go for the main features. So all of the legs can be extended to give you either a little bit more height or stability. So this is how high it can go, and then you can also adjust the angle of each leg. Firstly, it can go to the middle position, and then you can take it all the way up, and if I do the same to every leg, you will see that it ends up being quite a wide, stable platform, and it's also the lowest position that this hi-hat can go to. And this is the position that I like using this hi-hat in the most, because if I use something like that, I want to go as low as I can. Some other things worth noting are the leveling bubble on the legs. So if you want to get the actual legs level, you have that right there, and you then obviously have the actual 75mm half ball mount for quick and easy leveling of the camera. As you can see, on top of the mount, it's completely flat, so you can use any standard flat head with it, or if you want, you can swap out this mount for a head with its own 75mm half ball mount. And if you like, you can use the low profile leveling knob from this hi-hat to help you get as low as possible. If you look closer, you will also notice 3 double-threaded accessory mounts on each side. I haven't had any need to use that yet, but in theory I could use it for a light or a monitor, anything that I might want to add to the accessory thread. So let's quickly chat about my experience using this hi-hat. And the most challenging thing I've used it for so far was shooting some wildlife, birds, with a 400mm lens. So as you can imagine, with such telephoto lens, the camera shake is very evident. So if your tripod is not steady, it has some flex or some wobble, it will transfer to the images. And like I said already, the actual hi-hat feels very solid. It has no flex, and even with a decent sized head and a big lens, I've experienced no camera shake, no flex from the actual base of the hi-hat. So it has done really well in that instance, and obviously to use it with a normal lens for something that is not as extreme would be an absolute breeze. You can also use it as a second tripod if you have something like a tabletop. So I can bring it up, and if you imagine the camera head right there, it will be as high as my face, so I could easily have it right there, shooting a second angle if I needed to. So it can also be a nice stable platform for that. So there isn't that much else I can say about this hi-hat. It works really well. It's the cheapest hi-hat that I've come across. So if you are looking for a hi-hat or a low-level tripod with a ball head mount, then I highly recommend checking this one out. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I will see you in one of my next ones.